Yeah, it's Funky Friday, baby. That's right. Happy Funky Friday on the Peace of the Morning Show. This is Darius A. Stanton, the Peace of the Morning Show. And you always know we loving our good brother, DJ 5 Star. Hey, check us out this morning. We live. We going hard. We going soft. It's Mother's Day weekend. But you know Mother's Day is one of them 365s. And I got my mother's music playing right now. That's what you listen to. The Queen on the scene. You know what I mean. That's right. It's Funky Friday, baby. Come on. Come on in. Let people know what's up. We're going to celebrate good things all day long. All positive news all morning. So check us out. We live on the Peace in the Morning Show. We got Lyn Dyson in the green room. He's producing a phenomenal play, one-woman performance, honoring one of the greatest queens of ever to walk the planet Earth, Shirley Chisholm. That's right. And we have tickets for you. So come on today. Come on and share the show. And we got a ticket for you. You know, give us something that Shirley Chisholm did in history. We got a ticket for you. We're giving away 20 tickets. That's right. 20 tickets to you don't want to miss what the brother's going to talk about in terms of this play. Right here on the Peace in the Morning Show. It's Funky Friday, baby. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Expresses a brotherly love, and devotion is a service to the Almighty One whom you love. With courage we can marshal our
very own power,
and with precision we become exact, more accurate by the hour. These are the virtues for you and for me.
Listen to the words. Listen to the words.
This is the way that I live, and these are the things that I see. My mama, she told me, she said, no, bye.
Come on, y'all. Take it away, Mom. Take it out. Brian Lanier on the keyboard. Chicago brother. Chi-Town. Woo-wee! I love it, I love it, I love it. Here it goes. Just for all the mothers. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Bowie. Yeah, Funky Friday, baby. All positive news all hour long. All positive. One positive story after another. Right here on the Peace of the Morning Show. When we come back, we'll have none other than Lyn Dyson. That's right, Lyn Dyson to talk to you about Campaign 72, a big moment in the history of the United States of America, because it was born out of a sister named Shirley Chisholm. Take it away, Mom.
See the real truth, and no matter what you read or see on TV, it always deals with you. So be patient, unbelievable, and please be kind. Keep discrimination and discipline in the back.
Hey, love y'all. We'll be right back on the Peace in the Morning Show. Hey, welcome forward. Peace in the morning. What's going on? This is Darius A. Stanton on the Peace in the Morning show. It's Funky Friday, baby. Happy Mother's Day. Hey, Queen, I know you want some of these tickets. Regina Calhoun, thank you so much for being a mother to so many people. You have helped so many children. You have stepped in and saved so many lives. You've taken so many children on field trips, swimming, cheerleading, coach, you name it, you've done it. And thank you so much for being a mother and a supporter to so many children and families. God bless you, Regina Calhoun, to you and all your family. Peace in the morning. Hey, brother, what's up, King? Lyn Dyson live right here on the Peace of the Morning show. I know I'm loud, but I'm just excited, brother. What's up, King?
Well, I'm excited to be here with you, my brother. You know, I'm just so happy to see what you're doing, and I'm feeling your positive energy. Got me pumped up, so we ready to rock and roll this morning. Was that your mama playing? Was that your mama playing that music?
That was my mother. That was Blow by Earth Blessings Royal Court Orchestra, one of the first songs I ever produced. And just to let you know, I'm going in this. I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna get it done. Just gonna get it done. But definitely. But Lyn, man, thanks for being here, brother. Thanks for coming on the show. Thank you so much for making Peace in the Morning show one of your media sponsors for this phenomenal play that you got coming up.
And I appreciate your support, my brother. I appreciate your support. We definitely want to get the word out. This is our last week. We've been doing the show since April 21st. And this is our last week. And we're just excited about people coming out to hear the word, to hear the Miss Shirley Chisholm. As we all know, she was the first Black woman to run for Congress. And to be the congresswoman, she was the first Black woman to run with the majority party for the president. She was breaking all kinds of glass ceilings. When you look at Kamala Harris and Barack Obama and Kajinji, to bear the heads to Shirley Chisholm, because she broke the glass ceiling for all of them to be where they are today.
No doubt. As a matter of fact, the fact that we have, you know, as a model, and we don't talk about her enough. You know, I don't hear her name enough.
We don't. And that's why this play is so important. And I tell everybody, we have a little talk back after the show where we bring the actor out, Dominic Brown, that plays Shirley Chisholm, and people, a lot of the seniors who knew her or worked with her, they're just aghast, man. Some of them are crying and brought to tears. They think, wow, this woman has reincarnated her. Here she is, and they hear her words. And the thing about it, was kind of sad about it, is that what we were talking about in 72, we're still talking about in 2022, man. And so that's why it's so critical that once we get this message, that we continue to organize. We've made some progress, yes, but it's been slow. We're talking about some of the same things. So I don't want people to just to come and say, oh, this is a feel-good play. Yay, Shirley. Let's go out and do the things Shirley was talking about. Let's connect the dots. Let's continue to organize. And you and I, we can start with me and you, just, network with each other and network with the groups and organizations you turn me on to. How do we continue to keep this going in the spirit of Shirley?
You know, you said something very powerful, Lyn. You talked about connecting the dots. And the platform that she spoke about, and that we dealing with, these things, we're coming together, slowly but surely, but it's got to be with much more of a rapid pace in terms of collaborating, connecting the dots. Why is that so important, in the work that you do? And also tell us about multimedia and what you do with our young people and how you're helping them connect the dots.
Yeah, Multimedia Training Institute, we train young people behind the scenes. When you come to the show, you will see our young people. They're working the lighting, the audio, the stage management. They've even assisted in helping with the arts administration, marketing. They're actually taking workshops online right now in radio drama and radio journalism, arts administration, digital marketing. I mean, we're preparing our young leaders today, tomorrow, for now. And that's so critical that we all should be doing that. And we can't afford to do art for art's sake. Art has to have a purpose, a mission. And I run a nonprofit organization, but at the same time, you can't shy away from using culture as a political and economic tool for organizing. And that's critical. Everybody, likes music. Everybody can come in and pat the foot, and everybody can come in and see their uncles and aunts and cousins and grandmothers and grandfathers on stage and say, that's me. And they'll get a sense of how to deal with situations because we bring that live theater and you get that energy there. So that's important. And you can bring your civic associations, your ANCs, your churches, your unions, your schools. They all can come and enjoy this cultural history. And then what happens after that? You begin a dialogue. This is the meeting place, and I think back in the day, the church was, well, the church still is that. But at the same time, people use culture to bring folk together. Your food, your music, your clothes, what are the commonalities that we bring together? And while we're there, we begin to talk politics and economics and how do we connect the dots. I was in Lagos, Nigeria, back in 1977, and Black folks from all over the world, Black folk from China, Black folk from Australia, Black folk from Europe. I mean, they were all over the world for culture. But while they were there, they presented white papers and talked about the economics and development. So that's what we have to do, my brother. We have to bring the Muslims, the Hebrew Israelites, the Catholics, the Muslims, the Christians. We have to bring them all together under culture and begin to build. I think one of the most powerful people that did this was Garvey. And I'm coming to find out that Shirley Chisholm's father was a Garveyite. Malcolm X's father was a Garveyite. And they had to shut Garvey down because of the power they had and him bringing people together. But I'm just saying, brother, we have to continue to organize, and use culture as a platform to do it. So, let's not get excited about the play, say hurrah, hurrah about the play, and then while the play is over, then everybody goes back to doing what they do. We have to continue to organize around culture. So I look forward to this collaboration and for us to expand on it.
I was reading something from a sister today who talked about getting excited, about positions and people being placed in different roles, which can often be symbolic, and stay really focused. Like you said, it's okay that, that it's great that people are achieving and reaching new heights and things of that nature. But it doesn't take, if things aren't changing, the key that one of the terms that I've been using recently is what's changed. Like, what's changed to make our young people behave differently? Because they're not behaving in a more productive fashion in a lot of instances. COVID and the sequestration of people and making people stay in the house for those long periods of time, reducing the socialization. And then when they return back to school, no mental health programming for a lot of those students or the faculty. When people return to work, no focus on mental health. There was no meditation day in America. There was no, let's lose 3 million pounds collectively, America. When people dying of obesity and diabetes and heart attack and stroke and things of that nature that are in large cases preventable based on what we eat. And, so things have not changed, as you said, since 72 for the better. There's a study that shows, 50 years in the Kerner Commission, the report showed 50 years ago that where we were and 50 years later, we're still behind in education. Well, education actually was the only bump that we had in terms of economics, in terms of criminal justice and incarceration, in terms of home ownership, in terms of our health indicators. All of those things were declined. The only thing that improved was education. But as you said, what good is, education without culture? Because the absence of culture in education for us is just sending us to somewhere to buy things, and, Shirley Chisholm really was about in uplifting people and having people understand the basics, do the work as you said, connect the dots. Let's work together. And, you know, she ran as a Black woman in 1972 as the first major Democratic Party African-American candidate, male or female. So it took a lot for president, you know, just for her to be able to take that step. And she did it from Congress as the first African-American woman to be elected to Congress. So, you know, it really is powerful that you're having these conversations. And I was excited to hear that seniors are out there with you. We're giving away tickets today. You know, tell us the dates of the show and how people can get tickets. The show that we're giving away tickets to is going to be on the 12th of May at 7 p.m. But, you know, you can join us that night and get tickets, but you can go in advance. You can support this effort by donating. But tell us, people, how, you know, the time and where it's located and all the logistics, please.
Yes, the show, the last 3 days of the show is coming this week, actually, May 10th, 11th, and 12th. On the 10th, all 3 days, there will be a 2 p.m. show. And we did that especially for young people and our seniors. That'll be 2 p.m. on the May 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then there's a 7 p.m. show on each day also, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And this will be at 1801 Mississippi Avenue. Beautiful, beautiful theater, parking, street parking. That's 1801 Mississippi Avenue, Southeast. That's Washington, D.C. But it's a beautiful space. And so, you know, come on out. It's free parking. And it's just going to be very important these last 3 days. And we're actually 6 performances. Now we're asking people, asking us to bring it to Baltimore. And actually 2 years ago, we were getting ready to take it on a national tour. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. And so everything shut down. But we are asking folk to come out and see this play and the network and the talk and keep this agenda going. We want to look at, you know, what is it that we can do to use the energy of this show to infuse ourselves going forward. And I'm going to try to figure out a way to bring the show back again and continue to tour it, because the message is so important, especially in our Black communities. You know, she said she was unbossed and unbrought, which is a very key point. Because, you know, Black folk, a lot of times, if it's not in their vested interest, or if they can't move forward because white folks don't like that and they want to do something else, then what does it all mean? And she never compromised. And that's one of the things she talks about in the play. She talks about the Black Caucus, how some of them were on board, some of them were not on board. And, you know, McGovern became the president then, and she had to leverage all those things. So it's quite a history lesson and culture that young people really need to hear, and the seniors will nod their head and understand and know. I was 20 years old in 1972, and I probably voted for her back then. I can't remember that far back, but if I had a choice between McGovern and Shirley Chisholm, I'm sure I voted for Shirley Chisholm back in the day. So again, the show is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. And I believe, Darius, you're coming out with your crew at 7 p.m. On the 12th. But again, those of you who want to see the show during the day, the show's 2 p.m. each day also. And people can go to Eventbrite, Campaign 72, or they can go to our website, which is www.mmtidc.org. That's Multimedia Training Institute, mmtidc.org. You can get your tickets there. Or the easiest thing to remember is Campaign 72 Eventbrite. So we're excited about you coming, Darius, and excited about folks coming out. The website is www.mmtidc.org. And I think I wrote it out. You possibly can post it up there for people to see. Yeah.
We definitely have it.
And then you can go to campaign.
Tell them where the theater is.
Yeah, 1801 Mississippi Avenue, Southeast Washington, D.C. A beautiful theater, beautiful free parking. And one thing I must add, though, Darius, is that, because we're still in the pandemic, we are asking people to show their vaccination or show a negative test. And they, at all times, people should have masks on. We want to keep everybody safe.
Excellent, excellent. If you haven't done so already, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel with the Peace of the Morning Show with Darius A. Stanton. And get out there. Peace of love to our brother Kenny over there, Uncut Live Productions, doing the work. Rodell Wright with Tunnel Vision. Also, Queen Augustine Pendel. Happy Mother's Day to you. So look, get these tickets. You do not want to miss this show. I'm going to place it back up on the screen so you can see, the full branding. I want you all to note this is a powerful piece, just to know that there's somebody who fought for people and who spoke out about the fact that you have so many people that did not do what it is that they needed to do when they were in the roles, or could have done, didn't speak out, as Congressional Black Caucus members back in 1972. That's a big deal.
Let's not repeat that. History, you should learn from history so we can move forward. And she laid the groundwork. She gave us a blueprint of what we should do. I was just having a conversation. Can you imagine in 1972, Wallace, there was an assassination attempt on George Wallace, and she actually went to see him. And that comes out in the play without me trying to give you too much of the information. But can you imagine the security stuff that she had to deal with, and the courage she had to step out to do that? Barack Obama, of course, he had a lot of threats that we didn't hear about. But can you imagine the climate of 1972 when she had to deal with sexism and racism? Man, you talk about fearlessness. And that's what we have to have today. And that's hopefully what people will get from this play, that you got to be fearless. You got to stand in your truth and not be afraid.
Yeah, and definitely the fact that you've got, like you said, mothers that are, out here fearless, fighting for their children's lives. She went to see, a known racist, at the time, who then converted. He was converted, right. And I wonder if she had, something to do with his, his shifting mindset. But the fact, like you said, for her as a Black woman to go down south and to see this man who at one point in time, he was all out. I mean, he was beat, had, ordering dogs sicked on children and families and water hoses. And I mean, he was the Pied Piper of racism in the South from a government position as the governor. And,
yeah.
He, after his assassination attempt, he changed his tune. And so her to have that conversation, it's a lot of history in that, in that whole piece. So I'm really excited about it. And I want people to make sure that you go online right now at Eventbrite, buy your tickets, come join us on the Peace of the Morning Show night, which is going to be May 12th at 7 p.m. The health precautions are in place. So, those things that you need to do, check that out. It's on the Eventbrite page. But, Brother Lyn, I appreciate the work you're doing. Thank you so much. If you all want to follow Brother Lyn, here's his website. Lyn Dyson, who is committed to bringing this play to other places throughout the region and the country, which needs to happen. So if you're interested in doing that, reach out to him. Give him your contact information, or you want him just to go through the website?
Yeah, they can go to the website. I can also give the phone number, 202-270-2850. That's our number. But you can go to the 202-270-2850. Very, very simple, direct number. But go to the website. And as I said, brother, this is just the beginning. We want to get this movement going and continue to build on it. I'm excited about working with you. So I look forward to seeing you out next Thursday, but we'll be there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Hey, Lyn, man, just give a special greeting for all the mothers that are out there.
Most definitely. Happy Mother's Day. Black women are critical to to the movement, and that's why we're honoring Shirley Chisholm. And your mother, Darius, is a very dear friend of mine. So I send a special shout out to her and all the mothers, and hopefully you will can bring and your the men of the families, bring your mothers out to see this show. That'll be a special Mother's Day treat. It's be a few days after Mother's Day. That could be the gift. Have her come out and see this play, and she'll be inspired, and the whole family will be inspired. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Hey, that's Lyn Dyson. Lyn, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you coming on the show this morning. Look forward to working with you, and also come get those tickets, because we have 20 for you on the May 12th night, Multimedia Training Institute, as they produce Campaign 72, a one-woman performance on the history and life of our queen, Shirley Chisholm, first Black woman to serve in Congress, as also first Black woman to run for president for a major party in 1972. You do not want to miss it. So thanks so much, Lyn. We appreciate you, brother. Definitely want to, again, shout out to all the moms. When we come right back, we're going to give all positive news for the next 20 minutes. We're going to focus on positive news, one positive story after another, right here on the Peace in the Morning show. Rodell, make sure you tell your mother happy Mother's Day, man. I love your queen. Thank you so much for just the power and the leadership, and look at the family that she produced. Got to give the Mother's Day props, not just today, 365. Hey, Lyn, take care, good brother.
Hey, man, thank you so much, brother. Thanks for all that you do for the community. Peace and blessings.
No doubt. We'll be right back with the Peace in the Morning show. Hey, welcome forward. This is Darius Saysantin with the Peace of the Morning show. Don't forget to get your copy of Life magazine, talking about positive news. So, positive news stories. So, for the rest of this morning's show, we're going to share the positive news of people all over the world, and particularly our young kings and queens, princes and princesses. So, there's a 16-year-old British Nigerian genius. She just got her PhD in financial mathematics. Picture that. PhD, 16 in financial mathematics. Esther Okedi took her first college classes when she was just 10 years old, and now she has a doctorate in financial mathematics. So understand this, when your children are telling you that they don't want to take a particular class because it's too hard, or they don't want to do something because it's too hard, there's something called rigor, R-I-G-O-R, rigor. You've got to put your children in classes that challenge them, but the challenge shouldn't start in the classroom. The challenge should start at home. So they should be used to dealing with difficult problems. They should be used to having to solve things in a certain amount of time. They should be used to thinking critically. They should be used to asking key questions. These are all things that should happen at home first. So, they're already used to dealing with what's hard, and they're not going to run from it and say, "Ma, don't put me in that class," or "Take me out of that class, Ma. They got all them smart people in there." No, you are smart. We have to encourage our children to do that. And, this is a great example of Esther Okedi, 16-year-old young princess who has her doctorate degree, PhD, already got a PhD in financial mathematics. So let's give that queen a big round of applause, and her family. Also, another positive news story, a Georgia high school student, senior, has received acceptance letters from 49 colleges and over $1 million in scholarship offers. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, and I know that sounds like, wow, she did that. And that is impressive. That is so impressive. But guess what? There are a lot of children that are having these types of results. We're just not hearing about it. But that's why we're talking to you about it on the Piece of the Morning Show, because we want you to push that positive news. $1 million in scholarship offers. Mackenzie Thompson, 18 years old, 50 universities. I mean, just think. She applied to 51 schools. That's just incredible. Accepted by 49. She said it was very, very good experience to go to all of those different schools, but the hard work is paying off and getting to see them just pile up in a folder. So, congratulations to the queen, or the princess, I should say, Mackenzie Thompson, for making that move. And how about the Ohio dad who adopted 5 siblings from foster care? They celebrating their 1-year anniversary as a family. Picture that. 5 children out of foster care. Do you know how many children in foster care that don't get an opportunity to do what it is that they want to do, for their families? Children, they're not able to connect with them. Their parents, they're almost in a perpetual state of seeking because they feel rejected when they do finally get families. And unfortunately, African-American males are the ones who stay in foster care for the longest periods of time. Picture that, and then when they come out of foster care, in a lot of instances, they're in, they get incarcerated. So it's a direct pipeline, unfortunately. But we're going to stay on the positive news today. So shout out to that dad. And also, this brother right here, picture this. Meet 21-year-old Black genius who created the key algorithms used by Instagram, Uber, and Snapchat. The key algorithms for these multi-million-dollar companies, right? That's right. Idris Sandhu, only 21 years old, but he's got quite a few major accomplishments to be able to create the algorithms. So the algorithms are what, they use in the software to be able to track and create particular types of programming, and what you see in terms of IG, what you see in Snapchat, and what you see in Uber, right? Designed by 21-year-old Idris Sandhu. I mean, come on. We need people to know about these stories. We need them to understand the power that our young people have. Let me give you another positive story. This one's from Black Positive Vibes. Black Positive Vibes. Atlanta teen graduating high school at 15 years old, attending Spelman College. Congratulations, Jalen Rianne. 15 years old. She finished high school at 15. I mean, that's like super incredible. 15 years old. Think about that. Hey, Janice Lloyd, happy Mother's Day to you, Queen. 15 years old, finished high school and on her way to college, Miss Jalen Rianne. Black Girls Group. Black Girls Group wants to celebrate and highlight and acknowledge 12 and 13-year-old brothers who run their own bakery. 12 and 13 while taking college courses. Is that incredible or what? I mean, think about that. 12 and 13 years old, taking their own time and energy and not playing. I mean, they might be playing video games. They probably do, but they're baking, right? How about Mr. Davon Johnson? You may have seen this on Facebook or social media or the news. Davon Johnson, a 6th grader from Oklahoma, performed the Heimlich maneuver on a classmate. That same day, Davon rescued an elderly woman from a burning house. A 6th grader. First of all, the mindset to see your classmate sick. Go grab your classmate, perform the Heimlich maneuver. Somebody had to like train them with that. Remember, I said education starts at home. So let's give it up. And then he saved the elderly woman from burning up in a house. That's incredible. It just the stories keep going. Remember, we're doing all positive news this morning. And if you're interested in the tickets to Campaign 72, which is being shown, actually not shown, but played at the Arc Theater in Washington, D.C., all you have to do is share the show. Let us know. Send us a IM or DM. Let us know that you shared the show. Or just put something in back in 72 that you know happened in doing Shirley Chisholm's career. And you've got tickets. That's right. You've got tickets coming. Another highlight, another piece of positive news. Dawn Staley becomes the highest paid Black female coach with a $22.4 million contract. $22.4 million for Dawn Staley. Congratulations to this Olympian. She's the coach of the Olympic team. She's the coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks. That's who's paying her the $22.4 million. So we're excited. It's a $7 million, 7-year deal. And, just think, our sisters are finally getting paid. And look at the discrepancy, right? So we have to continue to work to make sure that queens are treated equally and fairly. And that includes in compensation. There's nowhere in the world that she should just be the first after all of these years in basketball and all of these years that African Americans, Black people, people of color, Alcabulans, the original people, been playing basketball, and now we finally get a contract at $22.4 million. But hey, we're still happy for her, and much success to you. Congratulations, Queen, for that piece of positive news. So those are some more positive news stories. We also have a news story from Black Wealth Crew. Black father gifts his 13-year-old daughter. Now check this out. 13-year-old daughter, not with a car, not with a bag, not with a spa treatment, or maybe he did, but he bought her a home for her birthday. Did you hear me? He bought her a house at 13. This is the definition of generational wealth. Mr. Shabazz said, "Today I gifted my daughter with a house for her 13th birthday. This was not random. It was planned." Shabazz wrote in a post on social media. He said, "This marks the beginning of a family tradition where every Shabazz will be gifted a house on their 13th birthday and taught to build it into multiple properties before they are legal adults." Shabazz made the purchase with hopes to break the cycle of poverty and ensure that future generations can thrive and be more financially independent. Wow. Can you imagine that? If we just start, look at the shift, the mind shift. That is so powerful. So if you have, a property in your home and in your family, please consider doing something that, is going to make sure that the family is able to leverage it. Put it in a trust. Make sure you got a will, setting it up so that, your family is able to pass on this legacy. If you decide to sell it and you need the cash, sell it to a family member. You can help to negotiate the terms so that, family members that may have challenges with credit or generating the down payment or whatever it is, a lot of those things can be worked out and negotiated, especially when you control the terms. You can still get paid. Don't just go arbitrarily sell it to somebody because you want more money, because that little bit of money is not going to, guess what? When you need that money, when you need something, you can go back to the family member that you sold the house to. You can go back and live. But when you sell it outside of the family, you can hang it up because that's gone. They don't even know who you are. I don't even know your name, as the song says from Heat Wave. So we definitely want to make sure that we're encouraging our young people to be out there and doing those positive things, because we've got to, I mean, how else do we make it, without pushing ourselves and making sure that we've got opportunities, to take that life and that love to the next level. So 2 Black nurses team up, keeping on with our positive news for the day. 2 Black nurses team up, a male and a female, to educate folks on healthcare, especially the workers. And they're doing it through Meta Nurses, at Meta, META Nurses, NURSES. That's at Meta Nurses. And basically, they're creating a whole world with cryptocurrency and NFTs to train nurses. So get your information. This is a great idea. And I'm just so happy that we're thinking about training each other and focused on how to become, not only secure, but wealthy, passing on that great information to our children. Texas student becomes first Black valedictorian of her high school. Can you imagine that? Also, the first in the school district's history. Congratulations to Trinity Asbury. Trinity Asbury is the first Black valedictorian in her high school. Wow. Is that powerful? And the first in the district. So congratulations to her. We definitely want to make sure that we support our young people. And remember, as I said, education starts at home. Education starts at home. So another piece of positive news. So you all remember Loving Basketball, the brother Omar Epps. He's played in a number of movies. He and Keisha Spivey just celebrated over 25 years together. 25 years. Guess what? I'm in the club. Thanks to my wife for loving me, being patient with me, supporting me, pushing me, encouraging me, correcting me, holding me accountable, all of those things I'm so grateful for. And thank you to my queen, Erica Stanton. But to the Epps family, Omar and Keisha, congratulations on your 25 years of marriage. That is incredible. And we want to make sure that we continue to push our young people to want to start families. Think about it. My mother says that human beings are the only ones that don't create some type of nest, some type of shelter for their children. Immediately in nature, birds build nests, fox build dens, beavers build dams where they live, rabbits dig holes, bees create hives. All of these different, animals and insects, they have a place that they prepare for their families. So we have to train our children to be able to do that. So I want to make sure that we, are putting that on our children's mindset. So I was really excited about the brother who bought his daughter, the 13-year-old. If you didn't hear it, rewind the show, because you could definitely, tap into it. But they actually, he bought his daughter a house at 13 years old for her birthday. So he said that's a tradition that anybody else in the Shabazz family moving forward, when they turn 13, they will be getting a house. So much success. We do have tickets to Campaign 72, which is being played out right now. It's a one-woman play on the life of Shirley Chisholm. It's being performed at the Ark. If you want tickets, put your name in the chat and let us know that you want tickets. And just tell us something positive about Shirley Chisholm in 72. And we've got 2 tickets for you. And it's going to be on the 12th. That's Peace in the Morning show night, is May 12th at the Ark. Here's another positive news story before we get out of Dodge. The first and only Black-owned CDL truck driving school in Colorado celebrates 1 year in business. Congratulations. The Carter Truck Driving Academy, one of the only Black-owned and Black women-owned truck driving schools in the nation, located in metropolitan Denver, training students across the country and putting more than 50 new licensed CDL drivers on the road monthly. That's a big deal. Congratulations to the Carter family, the Carter Truck Driving Academy in Colorado. So those are our positive news stories for the day. It's definitely Mother's Day weekend. So that's a 365 deal, right? So love up on their moms, grandmoms. I don't know what we do. So just as I have an opportunity with the Peaceful Moment, I just want to say thank you to all the mothers, all the people who have been inspirational in my life. My mother, Queen Ayasube, my grandmothers, Madeline Johnson, Frances Harris, my great-grandmother, Eva Dove. Thank you all so much. My aunts, Pastella, Lynn, thank you all so much for what you all have done for me and poured into me. All the other mothers, Frida, and I could just go on and on with the people who have inspired me, encouraged me, loved me, supported me. Miss Millie Terry, adopted me as her son. I got so many adopted mothers. I'm so fortunate in that regard, but I take it very seriously. I really want to, Kendrick's mom, Miss Tillman, happy Mother's Day to you, Queen, his wife as well. Just, all the mothers that are out there. And to my wife, thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you. Jay's mom, Kim, thank you so much. God bless you. Look, it's so important that we honor and celebrate the people who make us who we are. And just think about mothers of civilization and how we have to focus on creating positive spaces to protect, love, and nurture our little girls who are going to grow up and potentially become mothers. And why it's important to teach little boys how to respect young ladies at early ages, how to pull the chair out for them, how to open the door for them so that they can grow up and be a man and a father and a husband to a family and know how to treat and support and love and encourage and push mothers. So what I want to encourage us to do is to support the mothers in your life. Find out what it is that they really want to do, passion-wise. If it's something that they didn't finish school yet, encourage them to go back to finish school. If there's a certification or a job or a trip that they wanted to take or something that they wanted to learn, but they didn't do it because they were so focused on us, go figure that out. Go look and see what it is you can do. Go ask them, sit down on this Mother's Day, take the opportunity to also get the history from your grandmothers, from your great-grandmothers, from your great aunts. Get the history. So you got 2 homework assignments. One, find out the passion of your mom, your mothers, your grandmother, but in particular your mother, and say, Mom, what did you put aside in your life to raise me, to raise our family, and see how you can help. Or if it's your wife, or your girlfriend, significant other, ask her, what could you, if you could do it, what would you really want to do? I know you have this job, I know you're doing this, but what would you really want to do? And see how you can support that. Don't just ask her. Find out what she wants to do and then see what you can do to support that dream and that passion. Because mothers sacrifice so much. Mothers sacrifice so much and they need that love. This is Darius A. Stanton with the Peace in the Morning Show. Happy Mother's Day to you. All positive news all day long. Love to the brother, my brother Kendrick, DJ 5-star. And we will be right with you next Friday on the Peace in the Morning Show. Thanks so much for checking us out. Don't forget Campaign 72. We also have a Unity Breakfast coming up on July 23rd. There's a conference that's coming up on July 8th and 9th, 8th, 9th, and 10th at Morgan State University, a Black leadership conference statewide at Morgan State University, being hosted by a number of Black organizations. So please, you can go to the Maryland Black Caucus Foundation website. That's mdblackcaucusfoundation.org and get information about the Unity Breakfast. And you can go to the Caucus of African American Leaders and get information about the statewide leadership conference. And don't forget Campaign 72. Drop us a line and we get you tickets on May 12th for the Peace in the Morning Show. Hey, this is Darius A. Stanton. So I got to roll with my mom's music because he's celebrating moms today. And you know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, This is the Peace of the Morning Show with Queen Aya Sudabays cranking below by. Love y'all. Peace in the morning, baby. It's Funky Friday. You got to get it. Peace in the morning.